Welcome back, everyone. Sigma Rick here. Uh, upon playing our last episode, where we were getting our asses handed to us by the three amigos. I started messing around, like on the off, just trying to find any type of strategy, anything I could do, and I got lucky enough on one round or one roll, in the fact that they actually went after Sela, our tank, for once. And now what Sela has is she has an ability where she can survive getting killed in a sense. Like if she goes down to zero, she won't actually die in that round. She'll still stand up. So basically, all I did was have her get beat the shit out of, and then all Darren did was heal everybody back up. So every round, she would survive. And then all I did was focus on Staunton because he was doing so much damage. And as soon as Staunton was down, um, basically, I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the killing stuff, but basically what happened is Minago left. She bounced. You killed Staunton and you killed Nahir, and that's it. So we leveled, got a couple more things, but now we are here, and we are basically back to running through the dungeon. All right, so we need to give this guy his weapons back. So we have a bunch of new items like this. Not Thor possesses the Bardic Performance class, which she doesn't. So we'll throw that. We actually made the little guy here a tank for a minute. It didn't actually help really. They still came in and walloped him, but he was able to survive a couple more times. He actually got killed, and then I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to leave him down, and that's what I did. I just left him on the ground. So, all right. So let's bypass all that garbage. All right, because he's overburdened. I don't know what he was using on the last one, but he was kicking some pretty good butt with those weaponry. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the scimitar. Like I said, I don't exactly remember what it is. Long sword. Alright, so basically we have to leave the Citadel. That's our next goal, is leave the Citadel. Which I'm not exactly sure how to do. So let's go this way. Go to the main floor and see what happens. All of our guys are exhausted and tired, obviously, from that fight. There we go.
The commander of the crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Drezen and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
I don't know, will we? Build the main stables in Dresden or the Crusade's craftsmen to improve the relic. So it looks like this is our main fortress, kind of like WoW, where you can build stuff. In Warlords of Draenor, where you got your little outpost and you're allowed to build, a barracks and other various things to help you in your fight against the Horde in the Outlands. Oh, good, Erebith. Hopefully she doesn't hate us too much.
Knight Commander! I know you have not had time to sit in on any council meetings in recent days. You've been so busy restoring order in Drezen that you've barely found time to sleep. However, there are some matters that require your attention. I am ready to report if you have a moment.
I'm listening.
Knight Commander. Our march on Drezen took longer than expected. The demons had time to regroup after their defeat in Canopus. Our forces have suffered significant losses.
No shit.
Morale is low among our troops. The battle for Drezen almost turned into an utter catastrophe. If you hadn't struck a blow at the demons' military commanders, leaving the adversary without a leader, it would have been the end of our crusade. Queen Galfrey has already been informed and has sent a letter for you.
Commander, tidings have reached me of what has occurred in Dresden, the alarming and the joyful. I congratulate you on successfully reclaiming the city and our holy relic, although I cannot help but note the strange changes that have come over this sort of relic. I've also been made aware of the losses suffered by the armies entrusted you. Perhaps they were unavoidable. I hope your competence as a military commander will grow with each battle by the same measure as your unusual power. Take care of yourself and your people. So I'm wondering if that's like depending on the amount of battles we win, loses, morale. I think that's...
Use Vescivores as weapons. I can't deny that they were effective, and yet you still shouldn't have done it. While the demons did suffer serious losses from the creatures, a lot of our fighters died as well, leaving our soldiers to be eaten by insects. Is that really how we Crusaders want to win?
That's my call, not yours. You don't have to worry about it.
All. The Vescivores did not simply disappear. They are still flying around the city. In smaller numbers, praise Iomade. People see small swarms of them here and there. If you don't find a way to purge the city of this pestilence, I'm afraid that it will soon be devoured by a new swarm. You have changed, Commander. And you have changed all of us as well. Our fighters now have confidence. I suppose something they didn't have before. You can see the fire in their eyes. It's been a long time since we last marched into battle, feeling like all of heaven was standing behind us. Almost like we had wings ourselves. Figuratively speaking, of course. But I think you understand.
Oh, good. I'm glad I can bring hope.
The soldiers appreciate it. Believe we won the battle for Drezen, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies. The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads.
Maybe.
Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Drezen, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Oh, great. Look at all this. Well, let's look at these demons with special power. We've already fought a couple.
That attacked our camp. He had powers that no ordinary demon should have. It
Okay.
is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them.
Joy. So we better be ready.
Where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
You don't know.
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the gray road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges and cut us off from Drezen. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, another missing patrol.
They disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. We can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Socorus lie in that direction. But after the siege of Drezen, contact with them was lost. of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
And lastly,
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat.
yeah, I would say
There's
that.
a little food in the world wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall
There
behind,
is-
ravaging supply trains.
Sides keep coming loose. I do push on them a lot, though.
Dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the citadel during the siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently.
Yay!
There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Drezen.
Yeah.
It's empty now. None of those imprisoned by the demons survived, and we don't have... We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course.
He did fight till the end.
You are, Commander.
We'll bury him. We'll bury him as a knight. A last thing.
Commander. That day during the battle, No. My apologies.
All right. Battered spirit. Let's see what we can do here. Alrighty, so we might just do a little exploring this episode. You know, in our new village, I guess you would say, because obviously there's a lot going on here. Let's travel the inn. We know we need to sit there and kind of rest. I don't know if the inn is the place we rest or if we have like a main spot in the citadel. But let's go find out. Looks like he's trying to buy himself a hooker. Loot, 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 loot. Alright, let's see what we can find up here. The second floor. It doesn't exactly tell us like where the commander gets to sleep, you know? It's kind of just like, oh, okay. There's Nenio, a peasant. One old Keeler told this my brothers and me on his deathbed, and then he died. No one knows about us. I know this is their sacred forest, and they pray to the spirits. Interesting. Is this my door? Is this where I get to sleep?
Follow my steps.
No, this is just a random room. Okay. Everything was collected, carried away, and buried in that cave. The scouts say a bear lives in those forests, and a terrible one, and they must be magic guards in the cave. Interesting. What does Nenio have to say? Ah, boy, there you are. Very good. Just in time. You'll be glad to know that I need you for an experiment. So the great garrison stands roofless. Demons are running for the hills with their tail between their legs. Medev's queen, what's her name, is on the tip of my tongue. Ah, yes, Galfrey is scurrying to and fro, and all this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there is no scientific evidence of your exceptionality. If one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do. We, people of science, refuse to believe in the inexplicable without any proof. We are the ones who explain the inexplicable. And therefore, open your mouth and say, ah. As much as she annoys me, we'll oblige her. Alright, your throat's fine, tongue looks perfectly normal, your teeth. Smell is in line with the regular functioning of the digestive system. Now for your teeth. Sticks one hand in your mouth, probes your teeth. No detectable alterations. By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized, representatives of their races still have an amazingly powerful bite? I'm not even going to say anything anymore. Moving on. Alright, what do we have next? Ears. Let's check your hearing. Testing. Your hearing is fine. Was fine. But don't worry. It's scientifically proven that it should return to normal soon. Next. Eyes are clear. Posture is satisfactory. Limb length is standard. No lice. Boy, you are a picture of health. It's a pity. I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now let's assess your mental state. Imagine the hypothetical situation. You are a tree. Two squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do you do? I can drag them out by their necks. Let them copulate. An unconscious act of good, allowing two lesser creatures to procreate while protecting them during this crucially important process. On the next question, another hypothetical. You're a tomato. You were just picked from the vegetable patch and put into a crate. You know that today the cook will use half of the tomatoes from your crate to make soup. What do you do? I'm gonna dig. An unconscious act of rejecting the unspoken rules and laws underpinning the functioning of the universe. Yes, it's all quite clear to me. In absence of any desire to obey anyone, in addition to kindness and concern for the weak and powerless, your reasoning is like that of the Azada. On that note, I deem this experiment complete. Thank you for, and yet you remain a puzzle to me. I love puzzles. One of these days I will solve you completely, unless I forget. By the way, I have another assignment. So the experiment. I will need some supplies for this one. Boy, please bring me a bottle of alcohol. Any will do. And please hurry up. Science can't wait. I'm just going to go when I have the bottle. Yeah. Any will do. For experiment. Urgent. Is there a barkeep? You know, somebody here who will give me what I need? Citizen. No barkeep? Is there a store?
Let's head out.
Alright. Jewelry artisan. Noble. Half measure tavern. I don't know what that is, but let's go look. A tavern has some type of alcohol, so maybe we can get something. Ow. Alright, where's the barkeep? And these guys are all wasted already. You. The Knight Commander at my establishment. What an honor. By my title, the Knight Commander, or simply, you may call me by my name. My name is Fio Kito. I'm the owner of the hash measure. How should I address you? I ask because some don't, unlike you, and do, while others scoff at the tediousness. Just call me whatever. Deal. I know your name, of course. Who in Dresden doesn't? So what can I deal for you? Let me see what they have to offer. Let's sell a lot of that shit for only a 730. That's garbage. A lot of stuff we can't even use. I wonder if that's what I was using for what's-his-face. I don't know. Dueling sword. Problem is I don't remember exactly what all I can get rid of and what all I can't. You know? Like some of this I know, like a lot of this crap right here. Some of this stuff. Natural armor, protection, regular bastard sword. Nobody can really use that. So I'm not going to worry about it. Blocker, I don't think I have anybody using that anymore, so we'll get rid of that. 16,000, that's not bad. Mulled wine. Ooh. Well, we'll take that. Okay. What's your face wanted some type of alcohol? And yet we can't find any alcohol. Is there anything over here? Nope. How does a barkeep not have any alcohol? Unless I just missed it. But I don't think I did. Mix of spices, holy water, acid flask, flour, blah, blah, blah. You have no liquor here for me to buy? Very disappointing. Yes. There are some of these spells we don't really need. Like, I don't know if these things actually are worth anything, to be honest, or just keep them. You know, it's kind of weird. Alright. Let's head out. I'm actually trying to find a place to rest, because, you know, we all need to rest. There's Sela, there's the barracks. I don't think we need to rest in the barracks, but let's head over to the Citadel again. See what's up here. You never know. That could be where my fucking bedroom is for once. We can actually finally fucking rest. Ow. Yeah, after all the fighting, this one might just be a very slow, kind of lore-centric type of... Where the hell is she? Jesus. Like, lore-centric type of episode more than anything. Because not every episode has to have, like, action and has to watch us getting our ass kicked at every possible time. Oh, here we go. More stuff. There we go. Sayar, a middle-aged paladin with a genial face salutes you. Ever-bright crusaders reporting for duty. My name is Shah Kobelin. I am at your service. Queen Galfrey is gathering the main attack force in Noda Cyan. She ordered us to replenish the losses suffered in Canabras and come here. We will support your troops. Morveg, a tall, dark lad. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be the spear of the attack. Morveg, don't speak unless spoken to. Don't worry, no one will be defeating any demons without you. Great, you'll be serving under my command. It's an honor for us, Commander. Let's give the demons a dusting. Yeah, we can do that. So, oh boy, you people. Do I have like a somewhere I can go rest? Like, is there a rest here? Look who it is. Hi. Where do you think the Vescors had their nest? Not a clue. I've been trying to work it out for days. The vermin have gotta be coming from some kind of basement, you think. Or an abandoned building. Or Desna forbid, some secret passage we haven't found. We need to nip this in the bud. When those critters start breeding, it won't be pretty. About Minago. Nope, zero, zilch. Whole lot of nothing. Scub meddled into thin air. Soldier saw her jump out the window, run through the square in front of the citadel, and suddenly disappear. And we kind of knew that. First of all, her kind don't just give up. If we can't see her, it means she's setting a trap for us somewhere we won't expect. I mean, it would be great if the demon lord just gobbled her up for all of her failures, but I don't think that's too much. Alright, where's this pass? No dice. Our scouts crawled all over the area, down every hole. Nothing. The gray roads were completely empty, and then BAM! A whole army popped up like a jack-in-the-box. My only lead is that a few scouts who didn't come back from the gorge to the southwest, but we found no sign of secret paths or underground passageways. Definitely no route we can use to quietly move a large force through. But I feel it in my gut. There's some evil scum out there. We just have to look harder. Of course, I could send out more scouts, but they might just disappear like the first ones. Why don't you go out there and find out for yourself? Alright, well, I have to go. So now we gotta find that. Scout out the ravines. What about you, Airbeth? Let me talk to you. Well, we gotta give her sword back. Praise Iomade. Alright, we got 700 experience. I don't know what to say. I am forever indebted to you. I never thought I'd get my sword back. And we got 50,000 coins. Ooh! Please allow to morning. Please, no objections. I can never replace your sword. I shall never. 50,000 coins. Oh my god, yes. My behavior was unworthy of a knight, even less a commander. How can I lead the soldiers when I was sitting around while others were shedding their blood? Under the circumstance of leaving my position would be a tantamount to desertion. Still, as your advisor, I strongly recommend you release me from my position as head of the order, strip me knighthood, and, no. I could be like, yeah, you're not much use. If you deserve these titles more than you, don't blame yourself. Thank you, Commander. Thank you for still trusting more than anyone else does this in the crew, even more than I trust myself. We don't want another Staunton Vaughn, pretty much. So what are you doing in Canabras? Everything is going well in Canabras. I was wary of handing over the reins at first. I was afraid that everything would fall apart within a minute. But I took a risk and left a very clever lad in charge. A tiefling. As it happens, he infiltrated the cult alone. I couldn't imagine a tiefling wouldn't be on their side. He exposed an entire cell. I personally knighted him just before the city was attacked. Of course, there are many who weren't happy about it, but it's not my job to make people happy. I have to go. Alright, Mr. Regil, what do you have to say? Knight Commander, it is good you found time to meet. It's a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting the power you and your companions received during the fight of the Grey Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power your companions received has passed on to me as well. It manifested after my usual evening reckoning. I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultists we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. Probably, tortured him a little, beat the shit out of him. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a crucial moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. In this case, part of the power that you received through this intervention has passed on to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment had passed. Let's see. Seems like you're just trying to find a pattern. Miracles do not exist. In the end, every so-called miracle turns out to be a manifestation of someone's will. Besides, I might have believed in a blind accident, but not an accidental acquisition of great power in the exact moment when it was needed most. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. Wow, you must have some questions for me. You have a plan, a strategy? I have a clear idea of the forces I shall require to wage effective war against the Whirlwind. Currently, I do not possess them, but I know what steps I must take. We must amass and fortify, gather scouting information, resolve certain problems of an organizational nature. My people are establishing an outpost not far from the ruins of an ancient shrine. Demons appear there often, so we'll be tracking them for information and honing our skills in combat. This is my strategy. Alright. Well, thank you for... Let's manage Crusader affairs. Storing a Lich's phylactery will not immediately kill it, but doing so is necessary to defeat the monster. So, meaning we're probably going to end up fighting some Liches. Probably need to start paying attention to this. Some of this stuff, yeah. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, what is this? What is this shit? Oh my god, there's so much to do now. Jesus. Crusader, now that you have captured Drezen, new options for the Crusade have become available to you. You can now... Morale is failing. Of course it is. You can now construct buildings and forts and Drezen, issue decrees, and capture and investigate new regions. Both mercenary and trainable units will appear at the commander's headquarters in Drezen. The demon armies will try to take Drezen from you. Destroy them, or else after 7 days of siege, Drezen will be completely blockaded by enemy forces, and you will no longer be able to command a crusade. To access the Crusade management menu, click the button on the bottom right corner of the screen, the global map. Developing each of the Crusade stats open up a new option that empowers military focus on drilling and training, recruit both, logistics focus on economy and construction, diplomacy focus on establishing contacts with mercenaries and foreign nation, enhance the significance of the Crusade, leadership focuses on morale, which we need. Once the rank up requires for one of the Crusader stats to be met, you will unlock your military campaign will require 3 types of resources: finance points, material points, and energy points. Finance points we know about. Material points are used for building. Energy are used for recruitment of mythic units and the completion of certain decrees. We gain new resource point prevailing over demon armies in battle and construction. You can also purchase free gold. Alrighty, well, that is a lot to take in. So like I said, kind of just a slower little episode. You know, see what we're kind of dealing with in Drezen. So I hope everybody kind of enjoyed this slowed episode. This is Sigma Rick, and I will be back with a little bit more.